Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my Anachronia agility course guide, and in this guide I show you how to get over 8 million GP an hour from doing the agility course and selling the double surge codexes alongside 250k agility experience an hour. This is the best agility XP in the game and you make money while doing it. All round really awesome course, but it is quite lean forward and definitely not AFK at all. So looking into the setup, there's a couple of things that you want alongside the worn inventory. Tier 3 Spar is 10% more agility XP while doing the course. Double Surge helps tons as well, so I'd advise you to make your own Double Surge for 500 pages to help you get future ones, and also give you more experience an hour. I have Mobile and Wise 2 on my Enhanced Excalibur. Mobile is huge, as it makes your Bladed Dive and your Surge abilities only have a 10-second cooldown. Bladed Dive is unlocked from Shattered Worlds, and you want Bladed Dive for this agility course. You'll be getting much slower times without Bladed Dive. When it comes to the worn inventory, I have full Nimble and Silverhawk boots. Silverhawk boots count as Nimble. A luck ring, anything Ring of Fortune or over works here. You want 2 melee weapons, like I said, one of them to be perked with Mobile, just so you can Bladed Dive around. And then I have the 99 agility cape. This makes it so I don't foul and don't take any damage. It doesn't actually slow you down on this course if you foul though, so just bring some food if you don't have the 99 agility cape. Now that's been said, let's get into the actual course and how I do it. As you can see in this picture, different parts of the agility course require different agility levels. You need level 85 agility to do the full course to get the maximum amount of XP and GP. You can boost plus 5 levels with a summer pie to do the level 85 agility obstacles as well. If you aren't 85, I'd probably suggest doing the highest tier segments that you can do over and over again. It won't be as good XP, but it'll be decent XP for your level. But this guide is focusing on full laps, which requires 85, so let's get right into it. I'm going to be doing a clockwise route, and this is how I personally do it. There will be other strategies and ways that other people do it. I'm not claiming this is the most efficient ever, but it's the way that I do it to get sub 6 minute laps every time to do 10 laps an hour, which would be that 8 mil an hour if you were to buy double surge codexes for 750 pages each. Right, so you want to start off by jumping down the 2 platforms. As you go to jump down the second platform, you want to right click the vine on the log where I have right clicked. The reason why you right click is because your camera moves when you go down the obstacle. So if you've already right clicked, you won't misclick and you're already in the right position. Then you want to bladed dive down there as soon as you finish that obstacle and go over the tightrope. Once you're over the tightrope, you want to run up to the point where your character is facing diagonally up towards the next obstacle, then you surge. If you surge too early, you're going to surge into a wall, so do make sure your character is facing the next obstacle when you go there. Once you get over the next obstacle, you want to diagonally bladed dive as soon as you land, and then you want to surge towards the next vine. Then you just want to spam click the vines and get over there as soon as possible. Your bladed dive's just about to come up when you get off of the vines, so you want to right click where I have here and get ready to bladed dive there as soon as you're off the vines and your bladed dive is back up. This is why mobile is so important. You want to have your bladed dives up as soon as possible. Once you bladed dove to here, you want to double surge upwards towards the next obstacle and go down. For this part, you can't really do anything and you just want to run to the next obstacle. This is probably the only part of the map where you just run. Once you're over the obstacle, you want to bladed dive upwards diagonally again and then surge straight up, and then you'll be in the middle of the path. You want to click on the next obstacle that takes you down, and when your character diagonally faces that obstacle, you want to surge, and then you'll surge into that little bit where you go down and it will surge you in a good direction. Once you get down, you just want to bladed dive diagonally to the next obstacle and surge straight towards it. Then click the next obstacle and wait just a second. Your bladed dive comes up literally just after you make it past the obstacle, but you want to bladed dive diagonally through all the bushes. So you want to right click where I have, and as soon as your bladed dive's up, bladed dive there, click the next obstacle to face it, surge to the obstacle and go up it. You want to be spamming your surge, so when you get up at the top of this obstacle, you instantly surge and you go on to the next one. Same thing here, spam your surge so you instantly go on to the next obstacle. Then you want to right click where I have my mouse here, and this is where you're going to bladed dive to once you finish this obstacle. You want to bladed dive in this spot, and that will take you diagonally through the tree, and then you can click the next obstacle, surge upwards, and go up that one. For the next part, you just want to spam click so you start walking upwards towards the next obstacle. Once you've walked for a couple of tiles, you want to surge when you're diagonally facing outwards. Then you want to bladed dive just underneath that signpost. There's a bit of a weird click box here, so do try and bladed dive in the place that I'm showing now that's paused on the screen. If you bladed dive to other places, it will not actually go in line with the next obstacle. This takes a little bit of practice and you can mess it up quite easily. If you do mess it up, just click the obstacle and you only lose a couple of seconds either way, but it's important that you click here. Once you've done that, go over the next vine, and then you want to double surge to the next one. Then just take that vine over, run across, and traverse the route up. Now this is a nice fun part. When you get to the top of this route, you want to right click and bladed dive right where I am here with my mouse, just before the next obstacle downwards. You need to be zoomed out a decent amount for this, so I definitely would recommend this setting. Put your freedom camera mode in your game options. That will allow you to zoom out freely and easily get this positioning. Either way, with this positioning, you want to make sure that you're ready to bladed dive after you surge. So as soon as you get to the top of this route, you want to spam your surge key, so you surge forwards, then you want to bladed dive in the spot that you've right clicked, and you'll surge bladed dive down there, and you can go down the next obstacle nice and easily. Once you get down this obstacle, as soon as you start facing towards the next one, you want to straight surge upwards and go over the bones. For this next part, you want to preemptively right click the wood just before the rope. If you take a look where I paused it, this is where you want to bladed dive to once you get off of the bones. Then you can spam click the next obstacle and go straight over. When you get off of this obstacle, you want to be spamming surge and spam clicking down the next part. When you get down here, if the dinosaur is in the path where you want to go, you want to freedom. If he's not, then you can just freely bladed dive up in line with the next obstacle, because then you can get a free straight surge upwards. Whereas if you bladed dive out of line, your surge won't work as well. Once you're over this box, you want to instantly surge, and then your bladed dive will be off cooldown to get to the vine at the end. So you then want to bladed dive, click the vine and go over. Once you get over this vine, you want to spam click your surge and click the next vine as soon as possible. Then again, you want to spam click your surge and traverse the routes down as quickly as possible. Then you want to get your bladed dive to the tip of this wooden route. You want to right click here, and as you land down, you want to bladed dive straight over and spam click the obstacle, as you'll be right next to it if you bladed dive there. Once you get over this obstacle, you want to talk to the ancient Zygomite. The reason why we talk to this Zygomite is it faces your character towards the Zygomite in a diagonal direction, whereas if you just click there, it doesn't. So as soon as you're facing that diagonal direction, you can get a cheeky surge and then climb over the wall. Once you've climbed over the wall, you want to run out of these ruins, and as soon as you get out, you want to straight surge upwards and climb over the river. Once you're over the river, as soon as your character gets just past this tree, you want to bladed dive diagonally through the hill. Then you want to climb over the next obstacle straight away. As soon as I get over that obstacle, I surge and click the next one and get ready for that one. After climbing this tightrope, you want to bladed dive into the middle of the next platform. It doesn't matter where you click for this, as long as you click into the middle somewhere. Once you've done your bladed dive, you then want to click on the next tightrope. And as soon as your character diagonally faces towards the tightrope, you want to surge, and you'll surge straight up on it, and you can take that obstacle over. Spam surge, so when you come off of this vine, you then just surge towards the next one. I also bladed dive diagonally up towards the next vine, and that saves a couple of seconds as well. Once you've climbed over the next vine, you want to walk one square forward and then surge towards the next route and climb over it. Whenever you get over this route, you want to click the next obstacle and get ready to bladed dive right there as soon as you stepped forward. Don't bladed dive instantly, because your character does need to move forward a little bit. Once you get up here, you just surge, climb over into the middle, click the next obstacle, which is literally a square away, so no need to surge here. Then surge once you get off of this one to jump down the end. This part, click towards the next obstacle and bladed dive straight over there and go up. Once you're up, you just want to spam click the next part, which is to get on the spine. As soon as you've climbed onto the spine, you want to be spamming surge and clicking it so you go to the middle part instantly. Then you want to get a bladed dive in this spot. Make sure you bladed dive right here, as you would normally have to walk 2 squares forward and then a square down before getting to the next one. Doing this, it means that you just instantly get onto the end of the spine obstacle. When you get off, run upwards, and as soon as you start facing upwards, surge, and then as soon as your character faces diagonally, you can then surge diagonally upwards as well to get onto the next log for the next obstacle. Once you get over this obstacle, you want to be spamming surge, so you surge to the next part and you do the monkey bars. After the monkey bars, spam surge again, so you surge over. Then you want to walk a tiny bit, and as soon as you get past this little rock here where I've paused, you then want to bladed dive up towards the next obstacle, and it will take you through the whole thing. If you try and bladed dive too late, you will not be able to. Then, just like the previous obstacle, spam surge, go through the middle, spam surge again, go down. Then you want to run out a couple of tiles before bladed diving here, just so you have enough space to freely bladed dive over to the next obstacle. You want to spam surge, so when you get over this, you instantly go into the cave. Keep spamming surge, because when you get out of the cave, you want to surge to the next obstacle and climb over it. Then you want to get your bladed dive just before the next obstacle and get ready as soon as you finish this one to bladed dive diagonally over and spam clear the next one. Once you completed this obstacle, just surge upwards, go up these 2 last walls and you're done. As you can see here, I got a 5:36. This was my new PB, and I did make a couple of delayed surges or bladed dives in this one as well, so it could have been way better than a 5:36. I seem to consistently get around 5:40. That means I'm going to do 10 laps an hour, and that is a very good consistent amount of money and XP. If you do need to make double surge codexes, you just go to this lectern, then you can make the tradable ones or the untradable ones. Making the tradable ones will give you a lot of GP in profit, and obviously if you don't have double surge, you save yourself some pages by making it yourself and using it. And that will be it for today's video. Do give the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new for loads of future content all related to RuneScape 3, and until next time, see ya.